me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, 'cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wait. No, no, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, no, no, not yet. Whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. From my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. I swear I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good. You got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you looked like in rain. I swear I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good. You got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone, but you got me good. Oh, you got me good. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you.
I've been feeling feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles.
All right. We know what time it is when this song comes on. It's the Sparkle song. Welcome to Straight Talk with Sally. Today we're going to talk about mini closes. I've got a special announcement to make, so hang on in as we dance out the morning or afternoon or evening with the Sparkle song.
Babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding
Good
in the
morning,
shadows way too
Christelle.
long.
Lovely to have you join us.
And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just
Welcome to Straight Talk with Sally. This is our regular show that we do every week on a Monday or Tuesday, depends on where you are in the world. And if you're watching live, it's this time, so mark it in your calendar. Hi, everyone. Let me know where you're joining from. I can see lots of eyeballs out there. So chat in the comment. Let me know where you're joining us from. We do this every week except public holidays and during launch week, but I'm here every week. So nice to have you all joining us. Today we're going to be talking about the power of trial mini closes that you can use during your webinar and why they're so important. But before we kick off, I've got a really special announcement today, and I'm super excited to be announcing this. I've been invited to be a guest speaker on an upcoming virtual summit that is run by eCam called Leap into Podcasting. So for those people who are looking at getting into podcasting and also using the power of live video. Now, you know I'm all about going live. It's the best way to make content, and like today's episode, for example, is going to be cut up and chopped up, turned into a podcast and audiograms and all sorts of great things. But there's a massive lineup of amazing speakers. So if you want to get registered for a Leap into Podcasting, then you just need to head to this address right here. Go to leapintopodcasting.com and get registered. It's happening on the 29th and 30th of September. I'll be in a couple of different sessions throughout the 2 days, one about women in podcasting, and I'm going to be teaching how to make all these really cool graphics that you see here. I'm going to show you how I make some of these graphics. So that's actually what I'm going to be talking about. So let me know in the chat below if you are going to register for Leap into Podcasting. Here's the website when you get there. You'll be able to have a little scroll through, make sure that you grab your pass so you get all the reminders and all the good things, and check out the lineup of all the amazing speakers that are going to be presenting as well. It's going to be an amazing, really highly engaged, interactive event that is happening at the end of this week. Oh my Lord, it's happening so fast, so fast. So look at all of these amazing topics that's going to be covered over the 2 days. So if you've ever thought about getting into podcasting, haven't know where to start or what to do, there's going to be so many tips that's all around using live video so that you can then create podcasts. So let me know if you're going to be joining us. I hope you will. It's going to be such a fun time, and I'm really, really looking forward to it as well. Now, just so that you don't miss any of our upcoming live events also, what I would recommend that you do is register here for this calendar. So this calendar here is actually it goes straight into your Google Calendar, so you don't miss any of our live events. And I just saw a heap of eyeballs drop off, so I'm guessing you've all gone to register for Leap into Podcasting. That's awesome. Okay, so register for this calendar. This calendar here will also help you to make sure you don't miss any of our live events. And when you come in here, you'll see this little subscribe button at the top here. That's what you want to hit. And then it will automatically load into your own calendar. And then you can choose the calendar that you want it to be added to. And the great thing is, as we update new events, it's a live calendar. So we're always adding to it and adding links and things to it too as well, to make it easier for you to navigate all of the live events that we do here. Now, as you know, I love live. So we love to take our content and do lots of things with it. Now, today's topic, I wanted to chat to you about mini or trial closes. Let me know in the chat below. Have you heard of mini or trial closes before? Yes? Some people have, some people haven't. Okay. So what they are, it's a way to help you throughout, say, a webinar or a training where before you actually get to the pitch section of your webinar or your training. It's kind of selling before you're selling. Of course, you know, the hardest part of the process. And let's be honest, it's a little scary, right? When it's time to start selling, it can feel a little uncomfortable, even awkward. And if you're hesitant to sell, well, don't worry, you're not alone, because lots of people that are starting out, or even those that have been in the game for a while, can still struggle with selling. Now, I love to sell. Selling is helping. But the good news is, even if you're a little scared about selling, when you do webinars or mini trainings, or as we like to do, 3 to 5 day events, it just gets easier. So don't give up. Keep on practicing. And you want to know a little secret that will help you with selling? It is these trial mini closes. All right. It was a tactic started by a guy called Ted Thompson. I learned about Ted Thomas. I learned about it through a mentor of mine, Amy Porterfield, who taught me about using these little mini closes, or I like to call them little head nods. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. These mini trial closes are an attempt to begin closing before you get to the pitch section of whatever event that you're running. And mini closes are different from a sales close. A mini close, they ask you for positive engagement, little mini head nods throughout your webinar or live event, while a sales call, a sales close, what that's doing is it's asking you to make a decision to buy now or book a call in that actual moment. So you don't want to get to the pitch phase of your training without easing them into the sale multiple times throughout that training or webinar. And if you do this, selling that portion, when you slip into it, it doesn't feel so jarring because they've already been nodding and agreeing with you all the way through the training. And it feels less awkward both for you and also for those attendees that have turned up to your training. So instead, throughout your presentation, your goal is to sprinkle in little mini trial closes. So this can become part of your natural conversation, right? Eventually, they become easy to do. And that way, it's a really subtle way of selling and an easier way to transition into the actual pitch section as well. Now, with the mini trial closes, you're getting confirmation responses from your attendees because they're saying yes, I agree, yes, in their minds throughout your entire presentation. Now, the reason why these affirmations are so important is because they make that selling phase of your presentation feel more natural. Essentially, they're like warming up your attendees, and gently and genuinely, you're guiding them into the sell. And, by the time you get to the offer, it's not a really cold offer. So I'm going to give you some examples of what they actually are. So get out a pen and paper, all right? Make sure that you write these down, because once you start getting used to them, I literally used to put Post-it notes all around my screen with these little statements on them, and I would just randomly look at them to just make sure I was sprinkling these throughout my webinars or my live events. Now, it's taken practice. I don't really need the Post-it notes anymore. I've gotten better and better and better at them, but still sometimes I might have a little Word document open with them in there just to make sure that I'm not forgetting them. All right, so I gave you a bit of time there to grab that pen and paper. I hope you got them out and you're ready to let me know in the chat if you're ready. Yes? Excellent. All right, so here is a list of them. I've written down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of them for you. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so one is like, give me a yes. Do you agree? right? So you're going through the training and you teach them something and you say, give me a yes, do you agree? Another great one is, are you excited as I am? Are you as excited as I am? Or another one for you is, can you see how powerful this strategy is? And you can insert for your health, for your business, for your wealth, right? And then at the end, another little mini one is, give me a yes if you do. All right. Are you here with me? So this is like bringing them back into the room. Yeah, I'm here. Especially if you've been talking for a long time and you feel like you haven't asked a question and maybe people are starting to nod off or getting distracted. So, hey, are you here with me? Come on back to the room. I think that's one of Amy always says. What does she say? Come back to me now. I think that's what she says. If you're multitasking right now, come back to me now. That's what she says. Here's another one for you. Isn't it exciting that you can finally see how all the pieces can come together? Or what about this one? Are you feeling a sense of relief now? And you don't have to stay stuck any longer. Because a lot of the time when people come to us as coaches, they're stuck with some problem. So we want to guide them to show them what it would feel like to get unstuck. It's called future pacing, right? And we want them to see what the future could look like when they're no longer stuck. And then, of course, once we show them, we want to ask them, can they see it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. All right. What about, isn't this easier than you thought? Because sometimes people overcomplicate things. You know, they're trying to lose weight or they're trying so many different things, running a business, and they just get so confused with all of the choices and options. And what your goal is as the coach, as the mentor, as the expert, is to show people a faster path, right? People pay for speed. So isn't it easier than you thought? Because you know why? You have the answer for them. So here's a couple more. Can you imagine if you could insert the thing? Can you imagine if you could get back time with automation? What would you do with it? All right. Can you imagine how it would feel if you insert the thing, the feeling, if they achieved the outcome? Or can you imagine what it would feel like to wake up tomorrow and insert the thing that it would be like in the future if they had achieved that goal that you're trying to help them with? Or here's another one. I love this one. Can you imagine, what if you knew about this a year ago? Can you imagine how much further along you would be? I'm somebody who always asks myself, if I don't do this thing, what would life look like in 12 months from now? It's like when people come to us, they're paying for speed, right? They could spend the next 6 months trying to figure out how to build a sales and marketing automated funnel, or they can just pay us to build it in a week or two. What do you want to do, right? What about this one? Isn't it awesome? Give me a yes if you're feeling it. If you agree with me, give me a yes. All right. Or if you're sharing a testimonial or a case study, a student story, then you could say things like, isn't she a rock star? And they get a little yes, I agree. Yes, she is a rock star. Like our amazing Erica, who joined our program and 12x'd her revenue, 12x'd her investment, 12x'd in 4 weeks. That's a rock star for you. Right? Or what about this one? If you mastered this skill, where would you be in a year from now? And then you're like, oh, yes, I can see. Again, future pacing, giving them future thoughts of how much better life, health, wealth, or relationships would be. Here's another one. Aren't you glad you made it here today? Because you've just taught them an amazing amount of content. Aren't you glad that you made it here? Yes? Life-changing stuff right now, isn't it? Again, yeah, of course it is. Can you see how this would make everything, or this process would make everything so much easier? So there we go. There's some examples of mini closes. Write a few down, stick them around your screen. I even use them during sales calls as well, because as you're explaining things to people, you're getting these little head nods. Yes, I agree. I like your process, right? We're just reaffirming why they turned up in the first place. Remember, they're adults. Okay, we can't force them to pull out their credit card and pay us for the thing that we do. So if you think that you're forcing somebody, you're not. They're an adult. They can make that informed decision themselves. Your job is to continuously educate people until they have enough information to make an informed decision if you're a good fit for them or not. But these little mini trial closes are helping the person to remember why they came. Why did they come to your webinar? Why did they come to your training? Why did they click on that button and book a call? The reason is they're stuck. And what can happen is the fear of change, the fear of taking action, it can set off that little amygdala, that horrible little tiny piece of the brain inside, and they get fight, or freeze, kicks in, right? The rational part of the brain of why they came in the first part can disconnect. I can't remember where I learned it from, but say this is the little amygdala in the middle of your brain right here. Okay. And most of the time, this frontal cortex part of your brain is the rational part of your brain. Okay. And it makes all the rational decisions right here. But sometimes I call it flipping the lid, right? Flipping the lid. The rational part of your brain flips its lid, and then this tiny little piece takes over out of fear. I mean, this little tiny piece here saved us back when we were cavemen. Right? Run, hide, eat, sleep, all the things to keep us alive. It has so much power. And when people are afraid of going to the next level, taking the leap, this little guy here is sending out all kinds of crazy, making you not believe in yourself, want to keep you safe. So we want to try to stop them from flipping their lid. And these little mini trial closes allow them to keep that rational part of the decision to the forefront so they can actually take in the information without being overtaken by fear of change, fear of investing, fear of the next level, and fear of success. I know myself, sometimes I'm like, will this grow so big that it scares me? It's like now I've got all of these employees and wages and lives in my business now. I have to make sure I can make payroll, right? But then the fear of investing in a coach, totally, every single time I do it, scares me. And it should scare you. But if it didn't, then you wouldn't be taking it seriously. So make sure you start practicing these mini closes so that you can help that person remember why they click that button, set that time aside. You see, time is such a precious commodity. We can always make more money, but we can't make more time. So if people have given up their time to attend your webinar, your training, your sales call or discovery session, whatever the sexy name you want to call it, these new earrings, they dingle. Can you hear them dingling? They dingle. No, there we go. They're making noises. I feel like they're Christmas earrings. Anyway, tangent alert. Sally's off on one of those tangent bells. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope that you found that super helpful today for your mini closes because, selling is part of the process. Selling your high ticket coaching program, your course, and, it doesn't have to be scary, uncomfortable, and awkward. Not when you use the right strategies. Build up those confidence muscles and use little mini trial closes. All right, so let's head on over to the VIP room right now And if you're out there on the live stream, let me know what was your biggest key takeaway from today's session. Type it in the chat box. I'll push it up on the screen. But from our VIPs, hello VIPs, how are you? Now, for everybody out there who is a VIP, a little FYI, I know I put it in Slack, but we've archived or we've retired the old Mentoring with Sally room. We used to have a lot of legacy clients that would come in on old programs into Mentoring with Sally, and now it's just our Freedom Funnel Academy clients. We just in the last week, we lost the last couple of people that were in the old legacy program that would come to Mentoring with Sally, which is why we still kept the old room open. But now we're just using the VOZ, and you guys know what the VOZ is, so that it's the one link every time. Yay! I'm quite excited about that. All right, so VIPs, turn those cameras on. Come on into the room. This is me, break week. Always still here for Mentoring with Sally. So let's come to Sarah. Sarah, who, oh my goodness, Sarah launched. I loved your launch. I was watching your launch going, yes, she's sticking to the framework. Yes, I heard the transition. Yes, there's the gap. I'm like, I was listening and I'm walking around my office going, there's the gap. And then I'm like, yes, there's the little mini yes. Oh, there's a transition to tomorrow. And I'm like, and the activities were awesome. So, I mean, I know my internet went down yesterday when we were supposed to meet up. But literally, I mean, I haven't got to the last day, but I was like, yes. Every time I'm like, winning. She's following the framework. How do you think your first launch went?
In some ways, it went better than I thought it would.
Uh-huh.
In other ways, it was a little bit challenging because of the technology. And I found out from my last day, I did not share screen when I should have. So I actually need to re-record that. And that's why you haven't looked at the last day.
Well, here's the thing is I've done that many times. I literally ran a training last week on webinars and there was a whole section I forgot to share screen. So I'm like, I'm hoping people are taking notes because all the dot points they couldn't see.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it just, I felt it was important enough for them to see the bullet points that I opted to not upload the video that I had, and I'm going to re-record it. But
yeah,
I had a fair amount of people attended. The FFA ladies, sisters who came to support were awesome, and I wish I had a little bit more time to prepare for some of the things, but I know better for next time, and I think it went pretty well.
Yes. So marketing, right? It's fill it now. We're going to go in and look at things, but I liked your presentation. I want to have a look through your pitch. I haven't done that yet, but not properly. But I would say like the framework, the strategy, like the thing you did, watching the people and those little explanation videos and how you talked over and talked through what was happening. I think everyone could be at home practicing and, incentivizing maybe them. A thing I was thinking is to incentivize them to record themselves doing the training. I know Liz was amazing and, there was a few people that were sharing puppy. So for everyone who doesn't know, Sarah, why don't you, because we're just talking and nobody knows actually what it is that you do. So why don't you share what it is that you help people with?
I help people train their puppies to be well-behaved family members.
She sure
and
does.
I have had a in-person business for many, many years. And in the last couple of years, I decided that I wanted to add to my services and go online so I could help more people. And so I've been in FFA since the beginning of this year and finally have been able to pull everything together. And I had my first launch last week.
Yay!
So that's what we've been talking about.
Yes. So it was so good. She taught some really fabulous strategies, but also just seeing the things we didn't really think about when it comes to training puppies, and how you can recognize such small, little tiny things that they do that. And I can't remember who said it, but I mean, even believe you said it, but one of the people said, it's like you're training the adults, really. You're training the humans so they can look after the dogs. I thought that was, it was a great statement.
I think that was Mary Ann. Yeah, she had some really good observations.
She does. She's very good like that. I really enjoyed it. I was like, I want a puppy just so I could train. I was, I'll still play with my other dogs and try, but they're 9 and that now. They could still do with work, though. I can tell you that. They can definitely still do with some work. All right, what about today's training? Sarah, what was a key takeaway for you?
Well, I like, obviously, the many yeses. And my pitch was a little rough. I didn't have enough time to prepare, as much time as I wanted to. And so I put in some mini closes, but I don't think I was as effective as I could have been. Mm-hmm. So I would look forward to your feedback on that.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through it for you. I think that pictures are always seems to be, and this was for me every time, it seems to be the last thing I write. It's because I've got all of this amazing goodness, and then when I get to the pitch side, I'm like, yeah. And then I kind of wing it the first couple of times and follow a few dot points, and it just gets better and better. And this is the power of repeating it, the same thing over and over again, using the framework that we give you. Is you only just have to start making it a little bit better every time, and it just like, I love it. I'm like, we're gonna need to talk. I've got more ideas. We'll talk in the dark though. I've got more ideas. I love it. Donna, lovely Donna. Okay, what was a key takeaway for you today?
I'll unmute first. And I think for me, it's all about, I'm a NLP practitioner, so the 3 yeses, the amygdala, and all of that kind of stuff. Is that don't forget that, because there's it's the sales part of things. It's the I guess the convincing and the reassurance part of things, that I already have the tools and I need to remember when to put them in. I guess, yeah,
excellent. And we've also got Eva joining us as well. So Eva, how are you? And Eva's put in a request for a build. I heard from Joyce yesterday. I'm excited. It's so good. We're streamlining our build process as well for you guys. So I will talk to you more about it when we go dark, but we've started a checklist for you as well, because as everyone knows, we're constantly improving our processes right alongside you. So that we'll be talking about. So for everyone out there on the live stream, we go dark after we've done the live training. We talk and chat and brainstorm with our clients. So that's what's about to happen now. So before I head off, I just want to remind you that we have a calendar that you can subscribe to so you don't miss any of our live streams. And we do this session every week, but a few times a year, we also run other live events with lots of other training and resources and guides. So you won't want to miss any of the live events, and they're always in this calendar here. And also, I'm so excited. Where I'm about to this week be part of a large 2-day conference called Leap Into Podcasting. So if you want to learn how to do this kind of stuff, then come and join us, because it's about live. It's about using live to create podcasts. And there's going to be so many different strategies. So if podcast is something that you've considered, or maybe you're doing and you want to improve on your podcasting systems and processes, I'm going to be getting my girl Ma to come along with me as well, our podcast manager, to be part of the event so that we can brainstorm together and, take pieces that we really like and implement them into our business strategy, as well as being a speaker there. So make sure you register. You can head on over to the website that you see below there and make sure you get on registered. I'd love to see who's going to be attending with me. Now, for those in Australia, it's crazy. Right? Crazy hours. But that's what we do here. in Australia. We always do the crazy hours for the American events. I'm just kind of used to it now. It's just part of my business model. My husband's like, what time do you start? And I'm like, 1 o'clock. He used to go 1. Now he just goes, okay. Because it's just part of what I do. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for Mentoring with Sally, our weekly show here on YouTube and Facebook. And then, of course, edited and fixed up to go onto Straight Talk with Sally, our podcast. So if you want to go and check out Straight Talk with Sally, just Google it because it's on all the places. We also have live interviews. We do this, quick tips and all sorts of other good stuff. So anyway, have a fabulous week, everybody. Never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.